All right, guys, so this is gonna be the best process for choosing a hairline for you and getting SNP. Nicole's gonna go a little demo here just to kind of give you an illustration.
You can see that he has obviously a hairline, but what we would do first session, let's say he comes in, doesn't have the hairline, we're always, and I'm not gonna draw it out perfect, I just wanna give you guys an idea. We're always gonna start off higher. Okay?
Always.
Every single time. Now, I want you to look at that. We already know just by looking right there, that's not gonna be where he's gonna end up having his hairline. But I would rather build it up, and I would rather him have time to go home and be able to be like, oh, do I like this? Get the opinions of maybe somebody, that he loves, and be able to figure out if this is what he wants. And also, we're gonna be feathering in and out of this line, so it will be slightly lower. And these are the things when you have to keep in mind when it comes to hairline, because everybody's face is different. Everybody's symmetry is different. Everybody's wants kind of a different look until they actually see it on them.
That's what I always say. It's such a bold move to get this done in the first place. To know exactly where you want your hairline permanently or for years to come, it's almost too tall of a task, right? We don't value your opinion completely because it's an education process. So essentially, so many benefits of doing this way, but to try to blindly guess when you're completely bald where you want your frame to be, it's very hard. But once you do a session, and let's say it's way too high for your liking, you want it down here, but we do it way up here, now you're going home for a week or two, you're looking in the mirror, and you can assess and process and make such a better educated decision of where you want your permanent hairline now. So
exactly. And as opposed to starting right here, let's say you come in and you're like, I know I want it right here, this is where I had it.
Sure.
That you don't have any wiggle room. You can't go anywhere. You can't bring this back. You're pretty much married to this, and that's it. Yeah. And again, a big, tall decision to make first session.
Okay, so another huge consideration, I think a lot of guys make mistakes. Like if you look on the internet, you see before and after pictures of Joe like this, bald, and then Joe like this. But the truth is, when you see people out in public, when you talk to your family members, your friends, no one's seeing you straight on. They see you from the side. If you're at the grocery store, they see you from the angle. My favorite angle, I don't know if you have one, I'd love to hear it. My favorite angle to judge the best hairline for SNP is a guy who's kind of leaned down like this, maybe grabbing something. But when someone gets that view, they can kind of get the whole flow. Yeah. And this is why systems to set up a hairline, in our opinions, they don't apply to everybody. It's very custom. They can get you a good starting point, but they don't apply to those intricacies of the flow of someone's dimensions, their features. Does your bone protrude or does it indent? Everyone's, there's so many, right? So again, the best consideration is different angles. I wish more guys would consider what their hairline looks like from all those angles as opposed to, I think this is like the third most important, that straight on look.
Exactly.
What are your thoughts?
I completely agree. For 100% looking down and be able to see the movement of that person when we're drawing it, even the expressions that they make with their faces, because some people are very animated and some people are not as animated.
Exactly.
Those are the things that we take into consideration. So I'd say for the process, taking your time, really making it
absolutely taking your time. I know some people beat us up in the industry. Yes. It's like, oh, it's too soft, it's too slow. I get that, but if you want the best result long term, it's just the best approach. There's so many advantages to building up, right? And taking your time. This is just another benefit.
Yeah. Really, really look at it in different angles and visualize how you want this to look in 25 years.